Welcome back to Vibration Mastermind. I'm Mr. Ralph, and today we're going to build something steady, practical, and quietly powerful. A 7-step micro-commitment ladder you can run for 2 weeks to rewire money identity and increase income confidence. Your frequency decides your reality. Quick promise. By the end of this episode, you'll have a clear template. 1 outcome, 7 believable steps, 2-week tracking, and a troubleshooting checklist so you don't stall. This isn't hype. It's a method for creating repeated, believable evidence that your subconscious accepts as new identity. Think with intention. Move with purpose. Here's the question that kicks everything off. Why do loud, motivated pushes fail so often? You grind for a month, you feel fired up, and then, 3 weeks later, you're back where you started. The reason is simple. Change without identity evidence is temporary. You can force behavior for a time, but your subconscious only accepts the new you once it's been served steady, believable evidence.
Let's be practical for a moment. Your brain is an evidence machine. It predicts outcomes and updates its model based on signals it trusts, small, repeated actions that match a new story. Neuroscience calls this prediction error minimization. The brain prefers models that reduce surprise. If you shout at yourself to be wealthy, but your daily life sends contradictory signals, the brain rejects the new model. We want the brain to accept the new model. That's where tiny, escalating commitments win.
Enter the micro-commitment ladder. The core idea: create a sequence of 7 micro-actions that ascend gradually, each step believable, each step a little stretch. The ladder converts abstract goal language into concrete behavioral evidence. Instead of, I want to be confident charging more, you design step 1 through step 7 that demonstrate increasing acceptance of higher value.
Why escalation matters. 2 reasons. First, tiny wins reduce emotional resistance. The mind says, yes, I can do that. Second, progressive stress invites adaptation. Each step nudges the emotional threshold upward, so the next step feels natural. If you jump too high, the brain flags it as unlikely and reverts. If you move too slowly, nothing shifts. The ladder finds the sweet spot, believable stretch. Now let's build a concrete 7-step example aimed at income confidence. Use this as a template and adapt the numbers to your situation. What matters is the pattern.
Step 1. Declare a micro-income signal. For 2 weeks, notice one income-related fact daily. Open bank app, read last sale, or note a price you like. This is evidence gathering. 30 seconds. Step 2. Save a tiny amount you'd barely feel, $5 or equivalent, into an account labeled Opportunity. This signals value retention.
Step 3. Offer a small paid value. Sell a microservice or product for a low price, like $10 to $20. The point is, receive money in exchange for value. Step 4. Increase pricing in a small way. Raise one price by 10% for your next offering. Notice your physiological response when you set that number.
Step 5. Ask for a committed meeting or call that could lead to income. Schedule one sales conversation or a client pitch. Step 6. Follow through and invoice for something slightly larger than your comfort zone. This is the first real test of acceptance. Step 7. Make a visible financial decision that signals identity. Buy a modest business tool, invest in a course, or set a paid marketing test. Each step supplies a different type of evidence: seeing money, receiving money, asking for money, and investing money.
Notice how each step escalates gently. None of these are giant bets, but together they rewrite the narrative your subconscious uses to identify you as someone who handles money confidently.
Implementation details. Let's get tactical. Pick one specific outcome first. Example, increase my monthly paid client revenue by one predictable sale. Then design 7 micro-commitments that lead to that outcome. Time them across 2 weeks, 4 actions in week 1, 3 in week 2, or vice versa. What matters is daily attention and consistent evidence.
Cues and micro-actions. Pair each step with a reliable cue, a morning ritual, a calendar alert, or a simple visual trigger like a sticky note on your laptop. The cue moves you from intention to action. Measurement is minimal, a single line daily diary. Did I complete the micro-action? Yes or no? Track behavior, not emotion. Calibrating emotional thresholds. Use this rule. Each step should feel believable but require a small stretch. If a step feels impossible, shrink it by 40%. If it feels trivial, increase it by 20%. Pilot the ladder with a 72-hour test. If you clear 4 consecutive steps easily, nudge the next step up slightly. The goal is consistent positive prediction errors, small wins your brain trusts.
Now, troubleshooting. Because stalls happen. Common stall number 1, avoidance through busyness. Fix, make the micro-action literally shorter. 60 seconds of evidence gathering beats a perfect 2-hour plan that never starts. Common stall number 2, emotional sabotage. Your brain protects identity and will throw up stories. Fix, shorten the streak, shrink the step, and add an accountability cue, a friend, a brief voice memo to yourself, or a public tiny update.
If you fail a step, don't reset the whole ladder. Pause, shrink the step, and execute the smaller action 3 times in a row. Repetition beats perfection. Also pair the ladder with one scheduled bold action, something you commit to that forces a larger move, like a sales call deadline or a submission. This prevents the ladder from becoming an avoidance pattern of endless tininess. Edge cases. Perfectionism will try to tell you there's a right version of the ladder. There isn't. Imposter feelings will spike when you receive the first paid dollar. Welcome the spike, label it, and continue the sequence. If fear is loud, use the 2-minute rule. Do 2 minutes of the next step. Habit inertia usually carries you forward.
Quick recap before you go. 1. Pick one outcome. 2. Design 7 escalating micro-commitments that are believable but slightly challenging. 3. Pair each step with a cue and a 1-line daily tracker. 4. Run the sequence for 2 weeks, adjusting step size when needed. 5. Pair the ladder with one scheduled bold action and use accountability to prevent stalls.
Your 2-week experiment template. Day 0. Choose outcome and write 7 steps. Week 1. Execute first 4 steps. Focus on completion, not perfection. Week 2. Execute last 3 steps and the bold action. End of week 2. Review behavioral signals. Did you ask more easily? Did you receive money without paralyzing anxiety? Did you invest with a calm decision? Treat the data as diagnostic, then repeat the ladder cycle to consolidate identity.
Before we close, a quick note on risks. Don't rely solely on tiny steps and avoid necessary big moves. That's why the bold action is essential. Also avoid miscalibrating. Too small yields no growth. Too large yields abandonment. Use the calibration rule and the 72-hour pilot to get sizing right. If this episode landed for you, here's a simple request. Run the 2-week ladder with one outcome. And when you're done, leave a review describing what changed. Tell us what step surprised you, where you stalled, and the smallest piece of evidence that felt like a breakthrough. Your review helps others, and it helps me refine the templates I share. Clarity over chaos. Control over chance. Thank you for spending this time building something that actually changes the inside so the outside can follow. Small, consistent evidence updates the subconscious far more reliably than motivation alone. Your frequency decides your reality. Think with intention. Move with purpose. I'll see you in the next episode of Vibration Mastermind. Until then, take one believable step today.